Welcome to my channel. My name is Emily and today I'm going to be doing a reading vlog today, and it's going to be a reading vlog based on the two books, one picked in February and the other one picked in January and the other picked in February for the middle grade monthly book club. So last year I did a video, and it's now like one of my most popular videos, where I did a reading vlog on the late night book club. I'll put a link up here for it if you want to go check it out. It's like my most popular video that I've like put up, which is really cool, really awesome. It's like I can't believe it's gone that many views and it's reached so many people. But anyway, so I thought I'd do a part 2 and do another book club, which I picked middle grade monthly. So the two picks are, for January they picked Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon, and in February they picked A Wolf for a Spell by Karah Sutton. So this is going to be me reading both of these books, and I hope you enjoy this adventure. Hi. So this is my first update into the my vlog for middle grade monthly read along for the next 2 months. So the first read for this year is Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon. So I started reading this last night. I'm about 70 pages in, and I'm actually really enjoying it. Like, I'm super duper enjoying this book a lot, and I have really nothing else to add. They've announced what the next book is, and I can't find it in stores, so but they do have a copy of it at the library, so I am going to be getting it from the library for when next month happens. But yeah, it's still early on, but it's a really good book. I'm enjoying it. I don't know if I like the whole elf thing, but I'll see how it goes later on. And at the moment we're getting into Atlantis, and it's pretty exciting getting into the lost cities. Like, that's a really cool like concept, to think that these ancient beings are like living in these lost cities that, you know, did exist but no one knows where they are now, like Atlantis for instance. So I think that's a really cool concept, and I'm really enjoying the book in general. Like, I enjoy middle grades overall. I think I'm more into the older kind of middle grades than the younger kind of middle grades, because like I didn't mind like The Land of Raw, whereas like books like this, as well as like Nevermore, like they're super duper enjoyable for me, so that's alright. Anyway, I'm gonna get into reading a little bit more of this book, and hopefully I'll let you know how it all goes. Okay, so I've gone up to 60% through the book, so I've only got about 40% left, and honestly, I love, like, it's not like a new favourite, but I'm enjoying the story, like, enjoying the elves and things like that. Like, I feel like in some points, it feels like they're just being secretive for the sake of being secretive, not because, like, oh, like, we have to protect you. It just feels like they're just being secretive for the sake of it, to plot convenience kind of thing. So that's kind of annoying, but at the same time I am enjoying the overall story and enjoying how the characters are. Like Sophie, she's really good. Yeah, so Sophie, she's like a really good character in this. She really is like, she's a good, like, strong character, and I really like that. Some of the side characters a little bit because like it's just like kind of one-sided. Like maybe when it gets a bit more into the book it will be a lot less one-sided, but at the moment it feels very one-sided characters, because like you got Biana, who's like the pretty girl who's popular, then you got Fitz, who's the pretty boy who's popular, and then you got Keith, who's the funny guy, and then you got Dex, he's not an idiot but he's kind of displayed as the idiot, and then you got Marella, who is the best friend kind of thing. So like all the friends just feel very like they just feel very one-dimensional. They're not like, they don't have many other sides to them, but I'm hoping that will change. And like even like some of the adults feel a bit like kind of one-sided, but we are starting to see more to Grady and Adeline, who are Sophie's carers, and it's a really lovely family dynamic, and I'm enjoying the fact that we get to see them work as a family, because a lot of the times they have a family but then you don't get to see how a family interacts with the kids. They just see, oh, the kids going on their fancy journey, and I feel like it's really important, and I love the emphasis on family in this book. Yeah, I really enjoy that. I like a lot of books focus on friendship, and I feel like it's important to have those books that also focus on family and the importance of family. And it also deals with grief and stuff like that, which is really good. Like it's a really interesting read for a middle grade. I will have to admit that, and I am enjoying it. I am thoroughly enjoying it. I'm glad that the first two reads of 2021 have been actually pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie about that one, but I'm really happy about that. So there's that. It's been a couple of days since I last updated you, and also since I actually finished reading the book as well. I was gonna do another time of me reading it like with the camera going, but I ended up just like the last one I read it, I like read 130 pages in one sitting, because one, I wanted to get it over and done with, and two, I'm like, I'm so close, I can get it, I can just finish it. And yeah, I enjoyed the ending. It was a bit weird. Spoilers. So throughout the book you get this like feeling that the Black Swan are going to be the bad guys, but then when Sophie and Dex get kidnapped, it's not the Black Swan that are being the ones kidnapping, it's another organization. But then you also find out that there is a random pyrokinesis person that's not even registered as a pyrotechnic, yeah, that's what it is. So that's a bit fun, so I'm looking forward to learning about that. And I was on my Notion, I'll have to do a tour one day of like how I organize my books on Notion, because I feel like that would be an awesome video, but I'll do that one day. Anyway, so with my Notion I put a little trivia section, so I put like questions to ask about each book that I've read, and so I try and answer them as I'm reading them. So I forgot to do that when I started reading it, so I ended up going back onto Goodreads and seeing like trivia questions they had for the book. And I only had the first two questions were for the first book, and then the next question was for the next book. And I didn't know that until I pressed next question. And then I read the question, and it gave spoilers for the second book, and I'm like, no, I don't want to know who that happens to. I'm not going to spoil that part, because I'm not reviewing that book, I'm reviewing the first one, and I don't know like what happens in the second, so I don't exactly want to say, oh yeah, this happens, when it might not happen. But yeah, So that's kind of spoiled for me, but I don't know who it happens to, but I have a rough guess between 4 people because that was the options. And I didn't try answering the question either. I know Jade has given it a 2 stars, and I think Gavin has given it 4 stars because I saw on their Goodreads. So I'm actually really curious about why they had so differing opinions about the book, and I'm really curious now because I enjoyed it. I just want to say why Jade didn't enjoy it as much. Yeah. Anyway, I'll get back to you once the live stream and start reading the next book happens. Okay, so this is a bit different. Okay, anyway, so I wanted to make this update on the Middle Grade Monthly, just so just even though it's not out in the world, but I've already said it, blah blah blah. Anyway, so currently it is like the 4th day in February, and so a couple of days ago they had the Middle Grade Monthly live stream. So it was my first live stream for Middle Grade Monthly, and it was interesting. I actually really enjoyed it. Surprise, surprise, I actually was able to make the live stream in some capacity. I had to start getting ready for work and I got a notification saying it was on, so I was like, okay, I might as well watch it while I'm getting ready for work, and so that's what I did. I watched it while I was getting ready for work. But I only watched half an hour. The live stream went on for 2 hours, so when I got home I ended up finishing off the live stream, and it was pretty good. I had even had my name mentioned in the first half hour of the, well, not mentioned, but I was on the live chat was going through, and they were asking for people's ratings of Keeper of the Lost Cities, and mine came up, and I was like so proud. I was so happy. I was like, yay!
5, 4, 4, 3, 5.
Anyway, I do actually agree with a lot of the points that they made, Gavin and Jade made in the live stream. Like, I remember reading the book and actually rolling my eyes constantly, like, at the parts that they were saying, like, with the whole romance stuff. Like, I kind of forgot, like, that Sophie was meant to be 12, and then, like, yeah, like she'll have like a crush on, like, you know, someone a little older that, you know, saved her, but at the same time it was like everyone was drooling over her, and it was like, this is kind of gross, and I kind of eye rolled whenever like a guy came into Sophie's life that didn't want to be more than just, or like who wanted to be more than friends with her. It was, yeah, it was actually very gross. But anyway, yeah, so I remember, oh, I didn't really like that too much, but I kind of forgot about that kind of stuff. Like, I didn't like forget, but like when I was doing my ratings, I was thinking more about the whole story in general, not like all the side bits. So I kind of just kept forgetting about that stuff, which is a bit weird, but yeah. Oh, don't mind my finger, I've just been painting. The video's out, so I'll link it above. Yeah, that was one thing, which, yeah. And the other thing was that, like, everything came, like, I didn't mind this part, but at the same time I understand their point on it, like how everything became so easy for Sophie. Like, every time she just did something, it would just come naturally to her, other than alchemy, which was like, this literally had no part in the plot. Like, seriously had no part in the plot. Like, that's how I feel. The only thing was like, oh yeah, you failed it, but it's like, oh no, but I didn't actually like need that subject. I actually need like this other thing. And I was like, no, can you please shut up? Anyway, so yeah, I did find Sophie quite an unbearable character in some parts, but at the same time, like, I think I just really like related to her, especially in the beginning part, not fitting in, not feeling welcome in your own family kind of thing. So I really related to that. So yeah, that's I think that's why I forgave Sophie so much, because I related to her so much at the beginning of the story. But anyway, moving on to the next book I'm reading, which is A Wolf for a Spell by Karah Sutton. So it's a February pick. So at the moment the library hasn't gone back to me about the book, and I'm assuming that other people have probably picked it up for Middle Grade Monthly as well, so I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know what's like if it comes in at the end of the month or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if there's only like 2 copies in the Gold Coast in general for the library, so wouldn't be surprised if like I wouldn't be able to get to the end of the month. So anyway, so what I've done is I've actually bought it, which defeats the purpose of being on the wait list, but yeah, so I bought it, so now I just have to wait for it to get here. It said it would be here between the 25th and the 14th, so 25th of February, 14th of March. So that's fun, especially when I wanted the video to be up by like the 14th from this video that you're watching. So, but I did get a notification today saying it's been sent in the mail, so I'm hoping that it will only take a week, seeing as like we've got stores that I ordered it through like up in Brisbane, and I'm hoping like the warehouse might be up there as well, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it might actually wouldn't take to the 25th, so I can read through it before the live stream. But even then, that'd be an experience, watching a live stream without actually having read the book for this video, which that would be weird. I don't think that would work very well. Anyway, well, we'll see how it goes. I might have to put this video up later. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see about that. Okay, so I am finally back to update you guys on what's been happening with this reading vlog, because this has been chaotic. I feel like I haven't updated you guys in like 3 weeks, so this is going to be some fun. Anyway, so I finally got my copy of A Wolf for a Spell by Karah Sutton, like literally 2 days ago now. Today's Thursday, yeah, so I got it Tuesday, and I had to take it, and I was like, okay, I'll take it to work because I have a half-hour lunch. I'll start reading it in my half-hour lunch. I ended up getting to work early, so I started reading it before I started to work, and I got like 80 pages in. Whoops. It's actually pretty decent. At the moment I am 122 pages into this book. I'm hoping to get this done by Saturday before the live show. I have a feeling I probably will not make the live show, but I still want to try and get it read before the live show comes up, so that I can re-watch it and, you know, watch it, you know, while having read it and not having to wait so long. I don't know, that's just a me thing. I don't know why, but that's just what I do. So yeah, so at the moment I've read to the Wolf Zima, I can't remember. Yeah, Zima has now gone switched into Baba Yaga, and Baba Yaga is trying to find a child that is meant to be her, like her reincarnation. She's trying to find her, and the reason she needs to be a wolf is so she can find that child. Yes, because wolves have smells and she doesn't have good smells. You know what I mean. So yeah, that's what I've gone to. The Tasa, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna call it the Tasa. He is a bad guy, pretty practically in the story at the moment, and someone's gonna marry him soon, and we know what happens to make you a Tasa. So that's fun and fresh. And yeah, so I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna read this a little bit, I'm gonna bring you along for the reading journey for at least a couple of minutes or maybe a couple of seconds. We'll see. My hair is sticking up at the back. I'm sorry, I'm not fixing it because I am too lazy right now to do that. Yeah, I'm having fun. I'm feeling fresh, feeling fun, feeling groovy, and I'm looking forward to reading the rest of this. Ugh. Finished A Wolf for a Spell by Karah, Sutton, and I honestly enjoyed it. Like, the ending was really good. I enjoyed the ending. There was a twist in there, and I'll spoil it in 3, 2, 1. So pretty much at some point Baba Yaga is trying to find someone, and we are assuming that it is the heir to the to being the witch, as she because she needs to figure out a way to defeat it's not the Tsar, it's the Tsar. I asked my partner and he knew exactly what I was talking about, and he said it's the Tsar, so okay, from now on I'll say the Tsar. So it's the way, yeah, so we thought that we'll getting to meet the new Baba Yaga, as she kind of talked all about the heir, so we assumed it was the heir to her, but it actually turns out she was mainly talking about the heir to the Tsar, like the true heir to the Tsar, which is the way that Baba Yaga thinks that would be able to defeat the Tsar at the moment. And then someone else in the book gets revealed to be the next Baba Yaga, which was Katerina, which is Nadia's friend from the orphanage. Yeah, she gets proposed to by the Tsar, which we find out that was strategic because for the Tsar to be able to control the forest is to marry someone with magic, and that being Katerina. So it was so good. Like, I was not really expecting that. Like, I was thinking Katerina's got some sort of like idea in the plot. Like, I didn't think much about it, but she had a decent size in the plot, and it was really good. And the ending was a little bit too quick for me, I find, because it just kind of happened all of a sudden, how they defeated the Tsar and won back the village and the forest. I just felt like it was way too quick, and then sending off the original Baba Yaga was a little bit too quick as well. But I did love the sentiment about how Zima ended up finding her pack, which was very, very nice, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. And like the journey of how she found her pack now is just so sweet. So on Corpile it was a 3.71 rating, so I'll be giving it 4 stars on Goodreads. Yeah, it was decent. I've got to have my Goodreads account down below so you can have a look at my review. Yeah, I found it really good. The characters were very like fleshed out, like, you know, the author knew exactly what each character was meant to be and how they were meant to be portrayed and things like that, and it was really nice. It wasn't like guesswork throughout the novel, and yeah, each character had some sort of like meaning behind it, though there were at some points it felt like there were so many characters, like with the wolves, like I got a little bit confused because like it's not that they had weird names, it was just like they had kind of similar sounding names, so I kind of got confused between them. But other than that, like, it was fine. Yeah, because I don't know, the wolves confused me for some weird reason, but Other than that, like, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, it was just a nice, relaxing book. Like, it didn't, in one way, it intrigued you to keep reading, like, when you were reading it, but then when you put it down, you were just like, I'm gonna have to get to it today, kind of thing. So that was the one thing I didn't like about the book, but it was still a decent book. Like, oh, don't get me wrong, it was pretty decent for middle grade. Like, I enjoyed it as middle grade. And also, this is my first Baba Yaga story, so I didn't really know much about Baba Yaga beforehand, and it was very interesting seeing the story, her story. There was some, I think there was like 1 or 2 parts where I was a bit confused by Baba Yaga's character, because the Tsar wanted information about the forest and like she just gave it to him willingly, which was a little bit weird because she knew like he was not a good guy, and like he knew, and she knew that he was just manipulating her to giving it to him. So I don't know what was happening, and like it wasn't like they were trading spells or anything. I didn't understand that part, but other than that, like, decent story overall. Like, I bet, yeah, I don't know Baba Yaga in total, like I don't know about the mythology behind her and everything, so that's just what I'm going with, so please forgive me. But yeah, the live show is tomorrow. I think I'm missing it only for the sheer fact I've got breakfast with my sister, and it's literally like going to be in the morning for me because I think it's like 7 p.m. Great Britain time, but it's like 7 a.m. Australia time, so yeah, I probably will be missing it, unfortunately. Sorry, can't help it, but maybe I might watch it when I'm getting ready, and maybe a little bit. Yeah, I'm actually glad I got this done before the live stream came on. Like, yeah. And also remember too that I thought it was Saturday that the live show is on. It is Saturday, but for Britain, not for Australia. So I technically read it past them when I wanted to have it read by, but I did get it read before the live show, so that'll be fun. My next update will be after the live show, have my thoughts, my feelings, everything down below. This will also be the first live show that I'm watching with the other co-host of the Middle Grade Monthly. I think she's the moderator for the live show. I think her name's Prissy. She wasn't in the last live show, but apparently she brings a lot of good conversation, so I'm hoping that it will be just as good as the last Middle Grade Monthly. Anyway, I'll see you at next update. So so I've finished watching the live show for A Word for a Spell, and I didn't vibe with it as much as the first live show with Jade and Gavin. This live show only had Jade and Pris, who is the moderator for Middle Grade Monthly, and mainly is in the comments to make sure that there isn't any negativity, or it's a nice friendly environment for people to communicate their thoughts and opinions about each book. Anyway, so that was a little bit more of a different, interesting dynamic. Yeah, Gavin wasn't able to make it. Yeah, it was okay. There was a couple of moments where it was like, maybe this isn't the right time to speak like that. Like, there was a couple, there was one joke that kind of put me off a bit, especially it being a middle grade monthly talk. There was like a joke, like trying to find Gavin, and one of the hosts said that, oh, we need to find Gavin, and they were like, oh, we better look everywhere, and one of them said, oh, I'm just gonna look in between my legs. And it's like, okay, like, I get it, but at the same time, like, I don't understand, like, I don't know much about Pris, but like, that for me wasn't exactly too comfortable, exactly, because like, it is like a middle grade monthly book club, so it's obviously going to be middle grade books, and like, maybe because it's a little bit more set up now that they know the majority of the audience is going to be adult, but there are going to be people that are probably in their teens or even maybe a bit younger, wanting to participate and, you know, watch some of their favorite YouTubers like Gavin, for instance, or Jade, who also reads a lot of middle grade, get to watch more content from them. Like, that's just my opinion. There was also a little bit of swearing, which, yeah, I can understand because we're all, like, majority of us are adults, but there will be also minors. I'm not sure if there's probably somewhere written on like their Instagram or no, Twitter. They don't have Instagram, but on like their Twitter, for instance, that says it's like middle grade book club for adults, then I can understand it. But at the same time, there wasn't the same vibes like that in the first chat, like live show that I watched. It was a lot friendlier. It was really nice. It was, you know, that was really good. Like when Gavin makes adult content, he makes sure that he advises the video as that it is going to be adult content and younger viewers should not watch, which I am very appreciative of. But when it comes to like reading middle grade books, it needs to be, and you're going to talk in that kind of manner, I feel like that, you know, I don't know, like it just feels really off for me. And that part of it, like I haven't, but it's like I can't exactly judge because it's the first time like I've watched Chris in a live show, and I can't exactly comment whether like people know that she's like this, so I can't exactly say if it is or isn't. But I'm just saying, like, if there's people who are wanting to participate in middle grade monthly, it might be a little bit more adult themes, like people talking. Even then, towards the end, they kind of got very distracted from talking about the book to talking about other things, which is fine. And you know, the book, I think the book in itself, like it did get a bit repetitive with what they were talking about, so, and trying to make it to the hour would be a bit difficult. I can understand that. But yeah, it's like we came for the, yeah, like it's not like we don't care about everything else, but it's like they were trying to plan like another readathon with someone else, and it was like, okay, I get it. Same time, I came here for the book, to talk about the book, to listen about what other people are feeling about the book. So yeah, but that's me on that personally. Yeah, overall I had a really good time participating in middle grade monthly for the last 2 months. It has been a really good way to introduce me in particular to other middle grade, in all honesty. Because yeah, I just kind of stick to the main middle grades, which I enjoy, so, and I want to know more middle grades really. So yeah, and this month's pick's actually Amari and the Night Brothers, which I did buy. I'm not reading it for a little bit, at least. Maybe next month I'll put it on my TBR. But anyway, so I haven't read any books for any book clubs this month, but I have decided which book club I will be doing next, and that will be the Literally Dead book club, hosted by the one, the only Books and Lala. You know Kayla. I was like, you know what, I want to read some thrillers. I want someone to pick me some thrillers, some horror, whatever. I want to get into something that I don't usually read, and I feel like Kayla might actually be able to find something that I might like. I don't know. I hope so, because I need to find a thriller that I like, because I feel like I would love a thriller, but the thrillers I've read, I've never gone into. So yeah, but if there is any other book clubs you can think of, please let me know down below, because I honestly, when they have a good mix of book clubs in there, I want to, you know, find new people, and you know, have you guys find new people to watch on YouTube. Like, that'd be awesome. Like, finding new people would be incredible. Yeah, and that's like one of the reasons it's like I want to do this book club series, is because I want to find new books I'm going to love. I'm going to want to find new people that I can watch, and it's going to be an enjoyable experience, I reckon. So I'm looking forward to that, in all honesty. But yeah, and anyway, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.